We are living in some really trying times. Now you have thieves using your vehicle to target you in order to drain your bank accounts.
Now a strange story out of Houston where a woman claims she was poisoned after touching a napkin left on her car door handle, causing her to become seriously ill.
And these criminals are using sustenance to even drug seniors to actually target them to steal their money.
Well, she described it as an out-of-body experience. She felt like these men were controlling her. For some reason, she had no problem giving over all of that cash and even giving over the rings off her fingers.
And even more diabolical, they are actually putting sustenance on razor blades in people's door handles in order as an attempt to either be diabolical or to even target them to drug them.
A warning tonight from Riverside County Sheriff's deputies. They're telling people to look first before opening their car door after razor blades were found on the door handles.
Now, I'm going to show you what to look for so you won't become a victim of these scams. Now, this channel is designed to help you no matter where you are in your credit journey. If you like that kind of information, subscribe to the channel and download this free heart inquiry removal package. The link is in the description of the video and in the pinned comment section.
Erin Mims was celebrating her birthday with her husband at a restaurant last week. They were headed to a spa when she noticed a napkin wedged in the passenger door handle of her car. She threw the napkin out, then went back into the restaurant to wash her hands. But then she knew something was wrong.
And maybe like 5 minutes, my whole arm started tingling and started feeling numb. And then I couldn't breathe. I started getting hot flashes. My chest was hurting. My heart was beating really fast.
They drove to the nearest hospital where doctors ran urine samples, blood tests, CAT scans. Doctors said it was acute poisoning from an unknown substance.
It was a good thing this young lady was out with her husband while she was celebrating her birthday, or this could have been a really serious situation. But she's not the only one being targeted. They're also targeting seniors.
The other guy was sitting right here in the car. He never did get out.
He just stayed in there the whole time while you were in the bank?
The whole time.
Retelling the story for Mary Brown isn't easy, but for her, it's important.
I want everybody to know that these people are out there and they're taking advantage of it.
By these people, she means two older men in their 60s or 70s who approached her outside this Home Depot on West Colonial Drive. She just loaded her trunk with mulch.
Once I turned around, the first guy was right in the front of me.
He had a wallet, claimed another man dropped it and then took off from the parking lot, ranting and raving. A moment later, a second man joined the conversation, claiming he too saw that.
Now, this is very unfortunate for this to happen to a senior. Now, she thought these were good Samaritans helping her at the local Home Depot. Make sure if you are around places like this, know that if you go into the Home Depot, they can actually appoint employees to help you with your bags and your products.
The three of them took a quick peek inside the wallet.
And it opened just a little bit. He said, "Oh my God, this is $62,000." And it had a little note in there, $62,000.
Mary suggested they turn it in to Home Depot. But the men convinced her all three of them should divvy up the money. They said the sheriff's office would hold on to it for 90 days, then they would never see it again.
And that's when they got in my car. You know, a man in the front and a man in the back, and I never seen these people before. That's something I would never do in my life.
So they drove from the Home Depot to the Vision Works nearby, which is this building right over here, to get away from the prying eyes of Home Depot's surveillance cameras.
And what was disarming for this senior, these two people act like they didn't know each other and they were older gentlemen. So she probably thought, being because of their age, that they would be really a little more honest coming from that generation. And the fact that they act like this was totally random and a coincidence, this disarmed her.
The men convinced Mary they each needed to add money to the pot so they could split it up evenly. Mary's bank was just up the road.
So this man sitting in my car with me, he said, "How much money you got?"
It didn't take long before Mary was in and out of the Truist Bank with $11,000 in cash. The entire time, she felt everything was okay.
Were you scared when they went in the car with you?
No, I was not.
She even had no problem handing over the rings off her fingers just before the men left, promising to be right back to divide up the money.
These men were very calculated. They made sure that they ushered her away from the cameras at Home Depot so they could not be identified. And while being in her car, you don't know if they also had additional substances that they were able to contact with her via touch. And this lady ended up being scammed out of her money.
I never seen him again. So I was sitting in my car, and that's when it hit me. "You've been taken."
Mary now believes she was drugged. Why wasn't she scared? Why did she trust these strangers, allow them in her car, and give them all that cash?
When I came home, I didn't want to tell my daughter. I felt so stupid. I'm sorry. I felt so bad.
This is a very sad situation, what happened to this senior. And if this isn't bad enough to do this to seniors, people are putting razor blades in people's door handles, whether to disarm them, to rob them, or just as a disgusting joke.
Walking out to her car Thursday morning, Kristen Dalton was a little distracted.
I was looking at the sky, looking at the rain.
So thankfully, she didn't grab down on her door handle.
And I just kind of lightly reached down and
She felt something with sharp edges. And when she initially looked down, she thought they were business cards.
as I got closer, I was like, oh my God, those are razor blades.
4 large razor blades epoxied together to make this dangerous device. It had 2 blades facing up, 2 blades facing down, and was epoxied to the backside of her door handle.
So no matter if you grab the handle from underneath or on top, then you were going to get cut by the blades.
Very next morning, after Kristen found the razor blades on her car in Temecula, the local sheriff's station got another call about a razor blade being left on a car across town. This time, though, it was placed in the front grille. And investigators say so far they have no evidence connecting the 2 cases. Until detectives figure out who's behind this, they're asking people to pay extra attention to their cars.
Now, some of the ways that you can protect yourself, you may, instead of carrying cash or even your debit card, want to have a credit card for purchases, because with credit cards, you can reverse that transaction with thieves if they get a hold to that information. Additionally, when it comes down to seniors, you want to see if you can accompany that senior if they need help in certain areas, like especially Home Depot. And they do have delivery services where you can have that delivered to your parent's house or even your grandparent. Also, with my Elite Credit system, we use Smart Credit. Smart Credit actually comes with a fraud insurance up to $1 million if you have Smart Credit, and they have Money Manager, which give you alerts that will alert you if your accounts have suspicious activity. And users like Greg was able to remove his collection within 12 days with my Elite Credit system, AI software, and my credit coaching. So if you need my help, the link will be in the description of the video and in the pinned comment section. So make sure you guys are aware of your surroundings. And also, if you have older seniors, make sure that you notify them of this going on so they can be aware not to trust people, even in a older age group, because there's a lot of scams going on out here and people are really desperate and they have very low morals. So you don't know what diabolical schemes that they have going on, and you want to make sure you protect yourself and your loved ones. So hopefully this video was helpful. If you have questions or comments, leave it in the comment section. But if you have more detailed questions for me, you can go to my website and all your questions go directly to my cell phone. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned.